But like if she decided to leave or something, don't do it like this. You know, but a part of me just, like me and Kathy, we were together a lot of years.
This is Juan Gonzalez. To his friends and family, he is a husband desperately searching for his missing wife, Kathy. But to the detectives across the table, he is a man whose story is built on a foundation of lies.
We got to talking, and then she was like, I said, I know you're, sleeping around, I mean, it hadn't been a secret, Rosie. I've been knowing for a while, And so I hated it when we'd walk in or we'd see each other and she's acting like she has to hide something. Everybody around us knew that she was changing, from her when she started losing all her weight.
While Juan attempts to play the role of the concerned partner, Detective Rosie Rodriguez has already uncovered a darker truth. Beneath the surface of their marriage was a secret double life and a financial trail that Juan didn't think anyone would find.
She wanted to make sure that I paid. Remember that day you were going through my phone about paying Brian? I wanted to make sure I paid Brian and make sure I brought her money, the $180, when I got off of work.
Okay. Anything else y'all talked about?
No.
Okay, tell me about Brian.
He's from Tobacco Alley.
And you owed him money?
Yeah, for a hot check. I remember I told you that.
Pay close attention to the mask. It's about to slip.
And then when you get there, you give her the $180, correct? Okay, and then what happened after the $180?
No, when I got there, I was walking up, and remember I told you she was on the phone. I could hear her on the phone through the window, and when I walked in, she tossed the phone, and I was like, who you on the phone with, And she was like, nobody.
I'm gonna talk to you because I did find out that of course your wife had a double life, and we'll discuss about her double life. Okay?
Before you say anything else, I've been thinking about. I've known for a while, Rosie, but like if she decided to leave or something, don't do it like this. But a part of me just, like me and Kathy, we were together a lot of years, and even when we were going through things, I could still feel her. Like we still, how they say people think alike, connected. But here lately,
there's a disconnect. Well, we'll discuss that, and then of course Mitch is here. He'll talk to you about the other stuff we talked. But there's some stuff I need to talk to you about.
Hold on, can I answer that? It's Nathan.
Yes, and then after that you need to turn it off, okay? Because we need to discuss some stuff.
I'm up here talking with the detective. I'm gonna have to turn the phone off, so I need you to be big and take care of Lee, okay? All right, I love you. All right.
We'll discuss about what I found and all that kind of stuff. But one of the things is that that's why I asked you to come up here. You weren't able to come up here. An officer had to go pick you up. So because he's picked you up and we're in this room, I have to advise you of your rights, because obviously you didn't come up here on your own. An officer brought you up here.
No.
So let me just read your rights, and you tell me if you understand or don't understand, okay? It's just like a formality type of thing. You have the right to remain silent, not make any statement at all. Do you understand that? You have to say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay. Any statements you make may be used against you at your trial. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Any statement you make may be used as evidence against you in court. Do you understand?
Yes.
You have the right to have a lawyer present to advise you prior to and during any questioning. Do you understand?
Yes.
And if you're unable to employ a lawyer, you have the right to have a lawyer appointed to advise you prior to and during any questioning. Do you understand?
Yes.
And you have the right to terminate the interview at any time. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, Juan, what I want to do is talk to you about what I found about your wife. Are you willing to talk to me and discuss what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay. Like I had told you, I did find out. I did a bunch of research. I had gone to HEB, not just that, but also went to the cookie place where you and your wife worked, and did a lot of research, and I found out that she did have a double life. And she kept secrets from you, but she also kept secrets. She had two lovers.
Yeah, I knew that already.
Yes, and she kept secrets between them too. Okay? And on Wednesday, the day that she left, I need to go back and revisit and make sure I have all my bases covered on what exactly happened that morning. I mean, let's just start from the very beginning on Wednesday. And I may have gotten some information wrong, and I may not have, and maybe you remember things now that you didn't remember back then, because it was very emotional that Saturday when I went to your house. And a lot of things go through your mind and you can't remember everything. And that's going to be normal, okay? You said Wednesday she goes in from what time to what time at HEB?
She was working that day. She went in at 2 in the morning. Supposed to be till 10:30, but she doesn't ever get off at that time.
Okay. And she works in the bakery as the assistant manager?
Assistant lead manager.
Okay. What time did you wake up? Were you awake when she left that morning? Or she leave without you even knowing it?
I get up to check like if I wake up and she's gone already, I wake up to make sure the front door is locked, like the screen door and the front door.
Okay.
Which, I mean, when I got up, it was already 6 o'clock because I get up to go to work at 7 in the morning.
Okay. So when she left to go to work at 2 a.m., were you up or asleep?
I was up.
Okay. What time did she leave?
She left early, like I told you that day. She had been leaving way before it was time to go. She probably left like 1:15, 1:30.
Okay. And she left in what vehicle?
The car.
Okay. That's the car she always drives, the black one. That Chevy Malibu?
We drive both of them, but when she's working, she drives the Malibu.
Okay. So you think she left at 1:15, 1:30. She left early and she's supposed to be at work at HEB at 2 a.m. Okay, and then you said you got up at 6 a.m. Did y'all talk anymore between 1:15 or let's just say 1:15 and 6? Or was it?
Texting.
Oh, texting?
She was supposed to come and get Lee that morning to make sure he made it to daycare so that I wasn't late for work.
Okay.
I remember, I told you that too, that day. That way I'm not late to work because I have to be there at 7. So she takes Lee to daycare. And either she takes Nate to school or Nate walks.
Okay.
So.
On that day, you said there was some texting between 1:15 till 6 a.m. About what time did you go to sleep?
It was off and on. Like every time she leaves the house, I can't sleep right.
Okay.
So it's off and on. I'm either up every 30, awake, not up, moving around, awake.
Right.
Like I'll wake up, tossing and turning every 30 minutes, every hour until we get up. Because Lee's asleep with me in the bed at that time.
Okay. He sleeps with both of y'all, correct? And then Nathan has his own. Nate has his own room, just right across the hall.
Yeah.
Okay. So about 6 a.m. you get up, and did y'all already make arrangements through text or by phone?
Through text.
Okay. She was going to come pick up.
She was going to be at the house at 6:45.
Okay. She's going to take Nate to school, or did he take the bus that day? Do you remember?
Sometimes he takes the bus, sometimes he walks. I don't remember that day. But it's not that I don't remember. I don't know because I'm gone already.
Okay.
When she got there at 6:45, I left.
Okay.
And she was there with Nathan and Lee.
And she makes sure that Nate gets to school and she takes Lee to the daycare center. Okay. Obviously that got done. And then between, you get to work at 7 and that's when you were working at? Potbelly. And you got off work what time?
It was before 2.
Okay. Between 7 and 2 or so, did you and Kat talk?
We texted.
Texted. What did y'all text about?
She wanted to make sure that I paid. Remember that day you were going through my phone about paying Brian? Wanted to make sure I paid Brian and make sure I brought her money, the $180. When I got off of work.
Okay. Anything else y'all talked about?
No.
Okay, tell me about Brian.
He's from Tobacco Alley.
And you owed him money?
Yeah, for a hot check. I remember I told you that.
And did you write it or she write it?
No, I wrote it.
Did you buy cigarettes or what did you buy with the hot check?
No, I just wrote a check to cash it because
Okay.
he cashes checks there.
Did you know it was going to be a hot check?
Yeah, but Kathy and I used to do that a lot because we knew the next day either she was getting paid or I was getting paid and the money was going to go into the account.
So by the time the check processes through the system, there would be money in the account. Okay. How much did you write that check for?
180.
Okay. Is that the only check you wrote?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then that's why you told her you were going to pay Brian at the Tobacco Alley.
Well, I told her when I told her that, but then later, remember that day when you were at the house, I showed you you saw the text where I tell her I paid Brian already.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then she wanted $180. Is that the money that was used to pay Brian, or is that something else?
No, that was something else. I gave her that money.
Okay, you gave her back that money.
Mm-hmm.
When did you give it back to her?
When I saw her at the house that afternoon.
Okay.
When she got off of work.
Okay. When you got home, who was at the house?
She was.
By herself?
Mm-hmm.
And what vehicle was out there?
The Malibu.
Okay. And then when you get there, you give her the $180, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then what happened after the $180?
No, when I got there, I was walking up, and remember I told you she was on the phone. I could hear her on the phone through the window, and when I walked in, she tossed the phone, and I was like, who you on the phone with, you know? Mm-hmm. And she was like, nobody, you know, and I was, you know, we started, you know, talking again, you know, about what she's been doing, because it had been awkward in the house because she doesn't talk to us. She doesn't want to do anything with the boys anymore. The next 2 days she was supposed to be off, so I guess maybe she was making plans or something. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I gave her the money. Gave her the money, and we got to talking, and then she was like, I said, I know you're, you know, sleeping around, you know. I mean, it hadn't been a secret, Rosie. I've been knowing for a while, you know. And so I hated it when we'd walk in or we'd see each other and she's acting like she has to hide something. Everybody around us knew that she was changing, you know, from her when she started losing all her weight. Mm-hmm. So anyway, she went to the room. I was in the kitchen for about 30 minutes, and she comes out and she's like, all right, look, this is what it is. I'm just going to go ahead and let you know. And she gives me the phone. And I start, you know, going through the text, and, you know, after that, she was like, I'm just going to leave for a while, and I'll come back when I'm ready to talk about this, you know. So I winded up leaving before her, though, at 3:30 to get the kids.
Okay, I'm going to go back. When she handed you the phone, was it already for you to, like, on the message part, or did she have it at a specific place for you to look at?
She had it on the text messages from Paul.
Okay, it was between her and Paul.
It was under Maggie, though. She had it under Maggie, H-E-B. And, you know, like, the text messages, only her text messages were there, though. Like, the ones she's sending to him, all of his were erased. And so then she said, there's another one there under unknown name. Okay. And so that one just said unknown name on the title. Same thing, started going through those, and it was basically the same text as from Paul, like to Paul. She's
just a different, another number.
Yeah, like the same thing, the way you kissed me, blah, blah. It wasn't real sexual, but just through reading, and his were erased too. His incoming texts were erased too, and hers were there. But, you know, anybody could have figured out what's going on. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, you know, you've been doing this like, you know, like this for this long, you know.
Did she say how long she's been with them?
Well, I knew from me since before the first of the year, I think. Okay. But in February, when she started acting funny, like one time, like I was thinking about this the other day, about February the 3rd, it was before the Super Bowl, and she was getting ready for the Super Bowl, H-E-B. She was looking for a picnic basket. And, like, you know, I could always tell, like, she was trying to, like, she'd be like, hey, why don't you, like, in Walmart this time, she was looking for a picnic basket. She says, why don't you go over there and see if they got any? Well, I already knew. It's just like any woman that knows that their man's cheating, you know, or has that feeling, you know, you keep eyes on them. Well, when she told me to do that, walk over here, look over there, I walked a few steps and turned around and came back with a basket, and she's on the phone. You know, I already knew. And so when I went through the text messages that day, because then I remember this too, she says, go up all the way to the 3rd, because weeks before, you know, I said, like, remember that time we were in Walmart? Were you talking to somebody on the phone? Mm-hmm. No. Well, so I guess she's sitting at home that day, because it was already leading up to this, you know, like she kept her, and this is another thing, and this is going up to what I'm telling you. Here lately, her father has wanted her to be away from me for some reason. He's always been the type of person, like, if we're struggling or she's struggling, he'll give her money. to help, you know, pay bills, whatever, you know, or help pay with Lee's daycare because it's over $500 a month. Here lately, he told her, if you're going to be with him, I'm not going to help you. He was pretty much cutting her off. So she would come home, Dad don't want to help me if you're going to be here, so either you got to go or I got to go. I can always go to my dad's. So here lately, the past days that I've been thinking, I remember 7 years ago when Kathy and I split up because, you know, and this goes back to when I told you that day, her cheating, I was hoping she would just get it out of her system because she was going through something, because I did a lot of wrong to her when I was in the music business, and, you know, no secret, Mitch, here when I was dealing dope, you know, I was fooling around a lot, you know, so I took it as I deserved it. It's payback, you know. We never fought about it. I mean, I don't know, you know, what y'all got out of Nathan when y'all talked to him. We don't fight like that, Rosie. We don't fight like that. The neighbors can even tell you that. We don't fight like that, you know. And so anyway, her dad not wanting her to be with me 7 years ago when we split up, because I went back to one of the mothers of two of my other kids. He paid Kathy $5,000 to go to Vegas and marry his new wife's son from the Philippines to get his green card, so long as she didn't get back with me. Well, we ended up getting back together within the month, you know. And I don't remember if it was, well, you're going to have to pay me that $5,000 back now that I gave you. So for 2 years, we went through this. And these are things that we've been through, you know, that we've been through other big things. We would argue every day. When you going to get divorced from this Fulio? You know, when you going to get divorced from this shithead? You know, stuff like that. Well, my dad and this and that, and it's always your dad. Your dad has control of everything you do. You know, that's always been an argument with us. And
so it's actually leading up to that point where he was like telling her either to leave you or he was going to cut her off.
Yeah, and these are things I've been thinking about, you know, and so like the other day when I talked to him on the phone, he'd be like, have you talked to the detective? And I'd be like, no, they haven't told me anything. And I said, have you talked to him? No, she hasn't talked to me. But then I talked to Paul, and Paul's like, yeah, Dad told me this. Why this man's lying to me, I don't know. Well, you know, it's no secret. He thinks I did something to his daughter. What I'm getting at, Rosie, we've been through way bigger things behind her dad, always being in the middle of us. And I've never done anything to Kat. I have a domestic violence way back in the day when we were together, you know.
Yeah, you told me about that.
And so I'm thinking about all these things, like, why is he lying to me? What if, I mean, I'm just saying, what if Bruce knows where Kat's at? What if he sent her somewhere? But then again, we all of us, family and friends, are like, Kat wouldn't leave the kids like that.
Right.
She
But you went through the text messages and you found that one under Maggie, the Paul one, and you found the other one under unknown. Obviously, you knew something was going on because of what her text messages said, because his was not, but you knew what it was leading to.
And then back to that, you know, that's what I'm getting at. Like, I already knew that she was doing something. So anyway, after I read all the text messages and she told me back to that, you know, yeah, on the third when we were in Walmart, yeah, I was talking to Paul. Okay. You know, and even before that, before the first of the year, when she was going to San Antonio to train, her and I had gotten into an argument and she even told Carmel this. I don't know if you told Carmel. Here lately, it's been Kat. It's like she was trying to push me away from her. Like,
Carmel was?
No, Kat.
Oh, Kat.
Kat. And she was like, she would get mad at me for little stuff. Like, yeah, when I was doing bad things, yes, be mad at me, stay mad at me. And then I lost my job right before the first of the year. You know, I started working for Lori's. Well, this is right at first year. Started working for Lori's, and I got laid off because they weren't as busy as I thought they were going to be.
Right.
Well, she winds up getting mad at me about that, and she even tells me, you know, what's messed up is that, you know, Kathy tells me what's messed up is that this ain't even your fault this time, and I'm still mad at you. She would make comments that she's living in my past. My pastor will tell you that because I've talked to my pastor about it, Curtis Benninghoff from the Pentecostal church I go to. He will tell you that a month ago I told him that I knew Kathy was cheating on me after I got baptized Easter Sunday. And I was just living through it. I was leaving it in God's hands. You know, I wasn't perfect. Right. This is what she's doing. We'll get through it. You know, she's at that age, I guess, I don't know, no disrespect, you know, to any woman. You know, y'all go through your things at a certain age. Her mom did the same thing to her dad at this age. They got divorced. She got married to another dude, you know, from Odessa. So these are all the things I'm thinking
that are
about.
leading up to what you're coming up to.
Yeah.
So when when the text messages, you saw them, what happened after she showed you the phone and you went through the text messages? You said something about, she said she was going to leave, but she didn't leave.
She says, I'm just going to go ahead and go. I said, that's up to you. And I went to the kitchen to wash dishes. And remember, I told her she went to the room. She didn't talk to me for a while.
Went to the bedroom, right?
Yeah. And I was in the kitchen washing dishes, and I was just like, with that, with not an attitude, like in my mind, like, man, how could she do this to the kid? And me, no, because like I say, I was never perfect. And she comes back out. She says, I'm just going to leave for a while, and I'll come back when I'm ready to talk about what we're going to do, with the kids' wise, and this and that. Either you stay in the house or I'll go to my dad's, whatever.
Okay.
So when I left to go get the kids,
right. So she was still at the house when you left to go pick up the kids. Who's the first one you went to go pick up?
Lee Adrian. I always pick up Lee Adrian first because Nate doesn't get out till 4:05.
Okay. And you picked them up at the Village Daycare Center? What did you go in? What
The truck.
The truck. Okay. So at the house, make sure I got this right, it's just going to be her by herself and her vehicle. And then from about what time did you go pick up Lee Adrian?
3:30 I left the house, so I had to have been there no later than 3:45.
Okay. And then at that point, did you go back to the house or did you go somewhere else?
We went to Nathan's school to wait for Nate.
And he goes to Alamo, if I remember it, you told me correct. Correct? Okay, at Alamo, about what time do you think you got there?
It was before 4:05 because we always sit outside and wait for him in a parking lot.
Okay.
And he usually gets to the car. He comes from around the back of the school, so the bell rings at 4:05, so usually we don't see him till like anywhere between 4:10 and 4:15 at the latest.
And from there, after you pick up, of course you picked up Lee Adrian, then you pick up Nate. What happened after that?
We went to the house.
And when you get home, when you're pulling up, what do you see?
The car's there.
The car's there, okay.
So I figured she was still there, And because sometimes we would have little disputes like this or a little quick argument, but that day it wasn't an argument. It was like, because it was no secret. And she had here lately, even Carmela tell you, she's, and another friend that I was talking to the day before yesterday said that she saw Kathy in HEB a couple weeks ago, and that Kathy looked her up and down like, she was just too good for Kathy.
When she lost that weight, she thought she was better than everyone.
And I'm not talking bad about my wife, Rosie, but I went through the same thing when I was in the music business and dealing dope. I thought I was the doo-doo, I thought I was all that, and she used to tell me the same thing, but
so when you get to the house and you see the car there, you pull up in the driveway, and then you go up in the house. Was the door locked or unlocked or what?
No, it was unlocked.
Okay. The screen door unlocked and the front door unlocked.
Well, we leave it unlocked a lot. Like that one night when you came to get the car and the keys were in the car, you just leave the keys in the car. We do that stuff there all the time. Now at night when we go to sleep, we make sure the doors are locked. But it was unlocked. Okay. Anyway, we walked in. She wasn't there. So I figured Carmel had come to pick her up, or one of the guys, And because I remember talking to you last week, that how was I to know if one of these guys had been
done
in the house?
something or whatever.
No, had been in the house before already, and I didn't know about it. So
when you go in there, she's gone. Did you call her? Try to find out because what did you? What I'm trying to get at, did you call her when you knew she was gone?
No, because she told me she was going to leave for a while. And when Kat here lately, and Kat's always the type of person when she's in her little zone or mad or upset, just leave her alone. Because it just makes it worse with her, And so I went to the kitchen. I told Lee go to the bed because Lee always, after school, he always goes to the bedroom with the TV tray. That's where he likes to eat his snacks and watch Netflix. So I went to the kitchen and got him something to munch on, went to the bedroom, and I noticed that 2 of Kat's pillows were gone and a blanket from the bed.
The 2 pillows, like you're telling me, if I remember right, it's like the kind from the Holiday Inn, those big long
she used to say that she had confiscated them from the Like when she would go to San Antonio to train for HEB, she confiscates the pillows from the hotel room.
Do you know what kind of linen was on the pillows? What color or anything?
Like maybe brown or beige, like the same colors that are on the bed right now. She's still got one there that has, I don't know if y'all saw in the bedroom, there's a black pillow that's real soft and it's got black stuff all over it. It's her mascara. Because she got a habit of coming home from work when she gets off sometimes, and she'll just lay down and take a nap, and that pillow don't ever have a pillowcase in. You know, so.
And you said a blanket or a comforter?
Yeah, it was a comforter.
And what color is the comforter?
The same color as the one that's on the bed.
Maroon?
Maroon and gold.
And that's the one her mom got her or whatever?
Yeah.
That's the one you said was like a Korean made
blanket.
What was the print on it?
I don't remember if it was lions or bears. I just know that the colors are maroon and gold, and it's that real soft, real
like the San Marcos.
Yeah. Like what we were talking about.
Okay. Do you notice any, like, her purse or anything like that gone or anything like that?
Her black Coach purse was gone.
Okay. When you get there and you notice her car's there, everything's gone, how about her phone?
Her phone was gone too. She's not going to leave anywhere without her phone.
Okay. And after that, after you left to go pick up the kids, you never physically saw her again? Okay. And then, at what point did you call or check to get a hold of her, either by phone, calling her or texting her?
It was later that evening, I texted her to see if she was going to come home. And I don't remember if it was that day or Thursday when she told me to leave her alone and that she was going to stay with a friend. And I asked her, in between the next 24 hours, you know, I was like, this is enough already. This is BS already.
Right.
You know, she needs to, let us know, because the kids leave. It's hard to put Lee to sleep without one of us in the house. If one of us is gone, it's hard to put him to sleep.
And he's used to both of y'all.
Yeah, and so I don't remember if it was Thursday night. It was Thursday, I think. When I texted her to see if she was going to come home, she said, just leave. I texted her something. I remember at one point I texted her, she said, leave me alone. Then the next time I texted her, I was like, are you going to come home tonight? She says, I'm staying with a friend. And I said, with who? Carmel.
Right.
And she said, that's not any of your business.
Right.
And that's the last time I ever heard from her, because it was Thursday, because then Friday, texting her, she wouldn't answer the phone. Then tried to call her and the phone was off.
Right.
You know.
When you went to go pay for that check that you wrote, was it before you got home or after you left the house?
To get the kids? No, I went and paid for that after I got off of work.
Okay, and then you went to the house. Okay. Okay. Anything else you can think of besides until I show up at your house?
The only thing, Wednesday when I picked up the boys, they got a camera at Village. I can't remember if I was in the truck or the car. I'm thinking about that right now.
Okay, say that again. I didn't understand.
Wednesday when I went to pick
up
the kids, you'd have to go to Village. I don't know if y'all have. They've got a camera system. I don't remember if I was in, because the truck's dirty. The truck's always dirty. And I'm pretty sure I was in the truck, but I might have been in the car. I'm not for sure. I'm pretty sure I was in the truck, though.
Okay. But, I was just wondering, because you said when you got home from the boys, you knew the car was home.
Yeah,
the black car.
I had to be in the truck. I know I drove the car it was later that day. I went to HEB, I think, and I drove the car.
Between going from work, did you go anywhere? Or you went straight to Tobacco Alley? Do you remember?
No, I went straight to Tobacco Alley.
Okay, and then from Tobacco Alley, you went straight to the house. And then from when you left there, you went straight to go pick up the boys. And then you came home, and that's when she's gone. You didn't go anywhere else that you can remember, not during that time period, by the time you get off work and pick up the boys. Is that the only places you went?
Yeah.
And then
Because
after you pick up the boys, at one point you end up going to HEB.
Yeah, because
Okay.
anybody will tell you that knows us, Rosie. I'm always with the boys. I don't even have a friend life anymore since when I met Mitch and them years back. You know, when Lee was born. Since Lee was born, I have people that I talk to on the phone. You know, but I don't go out no more. I don't drink. You know, I'm always at home. You know, so Kathy had more friends than me here lately.
I've listened because I want to make sure I got everything right. And I've listened to everything you said. I have some problems with some things I need to get cleared up. But there's some issues that I'm having with what you're telling me. I told you that I downloaded your phone to get those messages. But I'm going to tell you, I got a search warrant also for your phone through Verizon. And I got all your information from Verizon. I did the same thing to her phone. I don't have her phone physically, but I did a search warrant, and I got all the information from her cell phone. And obviously we know that she was cheating on you. That's no secret at all. And I can tell you before March that she's been cheating on you. Anyone in your position would be pissed off. I understand that you've done your stuff back in the past, but if she wasn't arguing, if y'all had arguments, y'all dealt with it, and y'all moved on, correct? And then y'all end up having Lee Adrian. So I can understand you being upset with her if she's cheating on you, because I would be upset. Do you agree with me with that?
Yeah, anybody would
Okay.
be upset, but it wasn't upset enough to do anything.
Okay. And like I said, I did some research, and I found that you left work earlier than that, and you went to different places in town. Do you remember that?
I don't know. I'm always driving around. Where did I go?
Well, you went to different areas. But one thing that I do know is I have Kathy leaving HEB, because I went and got the video. I have her. She's wearing the pink shirt that you told me with the HEB, those black pants like you told me, and she has her hair up. She leaves the bakery. She checks her, clocks out, leaves in her vehicle in the black car, and comes home. Because she's at home. While she's at home and she's talking to you and texting you throughout the day, you had told her something about you were up here at the police station talking to the detective.
Oh yeah, that's because she's yeah. I went to Skip's house that day in between that time.
Okay.
I was trying to avoid her because she was mad at me about that $180 that I told you about. Yeah, I told her that I was at the police station talking to detectives about a stolen gun.
Okay, tell me about the stolen gun.
There was some words said that they thought that I stole the gun, there's no truth to that.
Whose gun did you steal?
Chachi.
Chachi's. Okay. Did you ever talk to Chachi about that?
No.
Okay. And that was just you kind of bluffing her, telling her you were here, but you were really at whose house?
Skipper's.
Skipper's. Okay. About what time did you get to Skipper's house?
I know it was before 2. It was before 2.
Okay. Because you got home about 2, I guess. So did you go pay the hot check first, or go to Skipper's first?
I went to Skipper's first.
Okay. And then you went to the hot check. Okay, then I'm going through her messages, and what I could read, while she's texting you, she's texting not Paul, but a different guy that she's having an affair with. And those are pretty risque text messages that I read. You probably read her side, but I read his as well, because I have those. And on there, it's about 12, almost 1 o'clock, and she said that that you were on your way. And I can see where y'all calling each other back and forth and texting, but mostly calling at that point. And you go to her house. While you're there, something happened. I know something happened there. I have no doubt. But I need to know if it was an accident, she attacked you, or something happened. I know something happened. You and I both know that.
Nothing happened.
Something happened.
Nothing happened, Rosie. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Me and Kathy had gotten into it before, and she scratched my face, things like that, my arms, my chest. Nothing happened that day. Nothing.
Well, as I'm going through her phones and stuff, there's a phone that she had a lot of conversations with Chachi, and so did you.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a particular one, which I'm not quite understanding, is on Friday the 13th. She's gone, and you have her phone and your phone.
No, I didn't have her phone. I had been on the computer, and this is something else I was going to tell you. Here recently, somebody changed the password to the computer. I can't even get on the computer to log on to see what our bill is. I saw that Chachi had called Kathy's phone. You can see this stuff through the computer, like when incoming call stuff come. So I know she had been talking to Chachi a lot because he thought that I had stole his roommate's gun, or his gun, whoever's gun it was, when I was over there. So I texted him that Kat was asleep, and then texted him from, you can do this, because when I used to work with the DEA, and I would take Kat's phone with me, like when mine was dead, or take both phones, she would text me to the phone through the computer. She taught me how to do this. That's how I texted Chachi. I didn't have Kat's phone. I don't have Kat's phone.
Okay, first of all, the stuff I got didn't come from the computer. It came from Verizon, and it came from her cell phone. I'm going to tell you, he called Kathy, and you knew he called Kathy.
Through the computer?
Not through the computer, no sir. Not through the computer.
Well, I don't know, Rosie, but I don't have Kat's phone.
You had it that day, and you know what else I know? When we did the search warrant, I did it for the cell site towers, and it shows to be at your house. Your phone is there, and her phone is there, all the way up to the 13th.
I've had my phone, and that's it.
Her phone is there as well. And I'm trying to find an explanation why her phone was at your house after she left on the 11th.
I don't know. Y'all searched the house, or y'all can search it again. There's no phone there.
After the 13th, I'm sure it's not there now, but I'm telling you, it was there up to the 13th. And that phone, those things come from the phone. It doesn't come from the computer. And it's showing at your house. Even when you went to Dino's Pizzeria, you had your phone in. Her phone was there along with yours. Because I was able to follow you.
I understand all that, but I didn't have her phone.
There's no other explanation. You had it. We're going to cross past that, but I know you had it. Now, I have other situations. I went ahead and pulled up her finances. What did you think I find?
I told you, I'm always using the birthday, the pin.
On that day, you said you went directly to the house. You went to and paid. You went to Skipper's, and then you went and paid, and then you went to the house and talked to her.
I went to the bank and pulled the money out to pay the dude from Tobacco Alley.
That's why I was asking. You didn't tell me that.
Well, I had to get the money from somewhere.
How much money did you withdraw?
$200.
Okay, and then from there, where did you go?
I went and paid Brian.
Okay, and then?
I went back to the house, and then went and got the boys.
How about?
Go first, and then went to the other one and got the money out. But like I say, I've always had access.
Yeah, I understand. But you went and withdrew money. Went to Tobacco Alley, and you went in that order.
That's what you're telling me, or asking?
That's what I'm telling you.
Okay.
I want to know why you're not telling me all of this.
I'm not trying to hide anything.
It seems like you're trying to hide it.
I'm not trying to hide it. You're asking me now, and I'm telling you. I'm not trying to hide anything.
Well, what I'm not understanding, and I'm trying to find out what happened, did she commit suicide at the house, and you found her like that, and you freaked out and thought we were going to blame you?
No. If anything happened at the house or she committed suicide, there'd be blood everywhere. Why
would there be blood everywhere?
I don't have time to... I wouldn't have had time to do anything to my wife, Rosie, and then clean something up before getting the boys. Nothing happened at the house. I didn't do anything to Kat. She didn't do anything to herself at the house.
Well, now you're talking about blood. We found blood in the truck.
I know that because Carmel told me you told her that.
I didn't tell her that.
Well, somebody told her that.
I don't know who told her, but I didn't tell her that. But I'm telling you, there's blood there. How did that blood get there?
I don't know.
Look, this is what I think happened. I think that she's cheating on you, definitely. You're hurt. She did something to you where you were either defending yourself, or either you attacked her because you wanted to, or you were defending yourself. It's one or the other. I think you were defending yourself, and you didn't mean to hurt her. But Kat didn't leave the house. Kat didn't leave with anybody. Those two other guys that she's with, they have nothing involvement. They're not even around the house. They don't even know where she lives. And I also did search warrants on their cell phones. And nothing around there. I know exactly where they were at that time. And you went from work over there to Skipper, and you have all these other phone calls to Damien, to Miss Rose.
Yeah, I call them all the time.
And she's all mad because you stole $180 and she was done with you. She told everybody at work she was done with you. And she said to you she was done with you. And she was mad because you were trying to get into her phone when she had a password. I got all that from her phone.
Yeah, and the day I got there, I didn't get into her phone. She opened it up for me to look at it.
And something happened.
Nope.
Nobody hurt her anywhere else. And she didn't leave that house. She wouldn't have left without her stuff. And she wouldn't have left without her kids.
That's what we've all said.
Yes.
Well, no, she would have left the kids with me because she knows I'm going to take care of them.
She wouldn't have left the kids for this long period. And she never left the house.
That we understand.
Okay, and she never left the house.
Well,
on her own. No, she didn't.
I'm not saying she did. I just said, well, I don't know what to tell you. I didn't do anything to her.
I think you did. And I'm trying to figure out, was it an accident or did you purposely plan all this out to kill her?
Nope. I didn't make no plans to hurt her.
Well, everything else is showing that you did. And that blood that's going to be in the vehicle is going to be her blood.
I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like, I didn't do anything to Kat. That's all I know.
Then Kat did something to herself there. And you took her somewhere.
You're trying to make me... You're trying to put this on me either or. Did she commit suicide and I took her somewhere, or I planned to kill her, or...
Well, it was an accident. You were defending yourself.
Or it was an accident.
But it's something that happened between y'all two and nobody else. It's just y'all two. Yes, sir.
No.
There is no other explanation. And what we're trying to do is, you're talking about Lee Adrian can't be without her. Lee Adrian needs her.
Yeah.
But she ain't coming back alive. And you and I both know that. And when Adrian gets older, he's going to want a place to go visit her at her graveyard site. And we owe him that.
We all are.
We owe him that.
If that's what happened, we all are, but...
That's exactly what happened.
No. No.
Yes. Let's just try to get her back home.
What do you want me to do?
Tell me where you took her so we can bring her back home.
I didn't take her anywhere, Rosie. I didn't take her anywhere. I've been at home with the boys since that day. I did not take her anywhere. I've left the house to go see Damien, Skipper, Rose.
Because of the pain pills.
Yeah, but where would I have taken her?
You tell me.
You say you've been watching my cell phone?
I did a search warrant from that day.
Where would I have taken her?
Well, you had, like I told you, did you hurt her?
Nope.
Did you kill her?
Nope.
Did she attack you?
Nope.
Were you defending yourself?
Nope.
Did she commit suicide?
I don't know.
Did she commit suicide at the house?
Nope.
Well, she never left the house. Someone talked, and no one else, is just you and her at the house.
I understand what you're saying, Rosie, but when I left and we got back, she was gone.
When you left in her car. When you went to go pay, you say you went to Skipper's and you were in her car. When you went to go pay Tobacco Alley, you were in her car.
Yeah,
when you went to the bank, you were in her car. And you hadn't gotten home yet. Because you went to Skipper's first and you said you paid Tobacco Alley first before you went home. How did you have the car? You went to Skipper or whatever. How did you have the car?
When I got home, that's why I'm telling you, I couldn't remember. I think I might have been in the car that day because I remember at the bank.
But you said that when you did all of that before you went home to talk to her, she had the car. I have her at the car, leaving HEB. There's no way you had the car.
Mm-hmm.
So all that happened after you were at her house, not before, like you told me.
What? I don't understand what you're saying. I had the car, but what happened before?
You said you went to Tobacco Alley. You went to Tobacco Alley, before you went home. Because you paid him the hot check.
Yeah.
Before you went home. No, you were at home first because you're in the car.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You didn't go home. That's not what you told me.
That's why when I told you a while ago, Rosie, check the cameras at the village, I don't remember if I was in the truck or the car.
I'm not talking about the village. I'm talking about before that. You said you were at Tobacco Alley. You went home to talk to Kat to find out about the affair that she was having on you. How did you end up with her car before you even... There's no way. Explain to me how you ended up in the car. If you left work, you had the car. You went home first. I'm not confusing you.
No, you're just because a person don't tell you bit by bit everything. I know I went to the house first. I had Kathy's money on me already.
Right.
From that morning when I took it. I went home. I gave her that money. She shows me the text messages. I wind up leaving in the car.
That you paid Tobacco Alley before. You said you paid tobacco and did all that stuff before you got home to talk to her about before she showed you the phone, before she went to the bedroom, before you went to the kitchen. You sent her a text saying that you paid Brian.
Mm-hmm.
And you weren't at home yet because you were en route to the house. When you get to the house, you tell her or text her whatever that you paid Brian and that you gave her the $180.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. But you were in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Then explain to me how you did all of this in the car and you had not been at home yet. You just told me you did all this first before going home.
Well, I'm telling you, I went home first then. That's why I told you a while ago that I couldn't remember if I was in the truck or the car. I do a lot. Me and Kathy both do a lot of things every day. I can't tell you bit by bit like a movie what I do and what I do first. I'm just telling you what I know I did that day.
Yes, and you're changing it.
I'm not trying to change anything, but you're sitting here telling me that one of 3 different things happened between me and Kat.
Yeah, because one of those things happened.
No, not between me and Kat. Not between me and Kat. We don't fight like that, Rosie. We don't fight like that.
That day something happened. Something like that did happen.
Mm-mm. Nothing happened like that. Nothing has ever happened like that. We don't fight like that.
That day something did happen.
I don't understand how you're being this adamant that I did something to her or she tried to do something to me and it was an accident back and forth, or I found her dead and moved her somewhere. There's nothing like that that happened. Nothing.
Well, you know how you said I was adamant? Because I know it. You and I both know it.
Mm-mm. You want to say that I did something to her or however.
I'm not saying, I'm telling you.
Mm-mm. I did not do anything to her. She didn't try to do anything to me. She didn't commit suicide and I moved her. However it is you're telling me I did it, I did not do that. And
You're at her house. I think, let me finish this. When you're at the house, you were upset with her. I mean, obviously you're going to be upset with her because she was cheating on you. It doesn't matter if you cheated her on the past or not. The point is that she cheated on you, and she had this other life from you, hidden from you.
We knew, everybody knew already. I knew it. That day was just because she was ready to go ahead and go and do her own thing. I'd already known for, like you say, back in March. I'd already known since back before the first of the year when she was going to San Antonio, she was doing it. I had that.
You couldn't prove it.
It wasn't about proving anything.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It wasn't about proving anything.
You tell me, you text all these other people on her phone. You text Paul. You text the unknown person.
I didn't text anybody.
That phone is at your house. Ain't no computer, no nothing, but you text them.
I didn't text anybody.
Because the language is different for the way she talked to them and to her friends.
I didn't text anybody, Rosie. I knew since the get-go, since that day you walked up, your whole attitude changed towards me when her father told her that, or told you that he was sure I did something to Kat. You've been a fucking dick with me ever since. No. Yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
Because when I walked in there, I was concerned for her safety. I asked to search her room. And what woman's going to leave behind her checkbook, her debit, her cards, debit cards, and all that?
She has more than one checkbook. She used to keep checkbooks in the safe at the cookie store. Other checkbooks in the safe at the cookie store. She used to keep a piggy bank in the safe at the cookie store.
She didn't leave and home free will.
Well, I didn't make her leave. I didn't take her anywhere. Nothing.
She didn't leave that house in her own free will. And I was just trying to figure out if there was a reason why. If you can tell me why it happened. So then you're just a cold-blooded killer.
No, I didn't kill anybody. I've never killed anybody.
You killed her.
I didn't.
So all this technology is lying.
It doesn't mean that I had her phone, Rosie.
It does. You had her phone. You told Chachi. How would you have known? And don't tell me through the computer, because everything I got was not from the computer. It's from her phone.
I don't know, Rosie. But I didn't do nothing to my wife. I want her to come home just as bad as anybody else.
Well, she's not going to come back home. And what I'm doing here is not for you. It's for Lee Adrian.
And Nathan.
Mm-hmm. They have the right to know where their mom is. They have the right to. They have the right to go somewhere to visit her.
I don't know where she's at. I don't know where she's at. I wouldn't do something like that to the boys.
You know what? I actually think you wouldn't do that for the boys. I don't think you woke up that morning and planned to kill her. I think it was an accident.
Mm-mm. Nope.
You decide. Either it was an accident or you're a cold-blooded killer.
Mm-mm. I don't have to decide on that because I didn't do either or. No, either or didn't happen.
It did. At the house. Or somewhere else. But it happened. She was scared to death to tell you about this. You're going to expect me to believe that she showed it to you?
She was not scared. The way she had been acting lately, she was not scared. Kathy wasn't scared of me like that. If she was scared of me like that, she could have gone to her dad's a long time ago.
And then for her to tell people if anything ever happened to her, you did it.
That I don't believe, because we haven't been fighting like that.
She told someone that day before she left HEB. An employee, not Paul, another employee.
Nope. I don't believe that for 1 minute.
Well, I tell you, that's what she said.
We don't.
If anything ever happened to me, Paul did it.
You did it. That's he say, she say stuff, because we never fought like that.
This person has nothing to gain. Why would this person lie about something like that?
People do stuff like that all the time.
Not about that.
Nah, you're trying to make me tell you something that didn't happen and that I didn't do.
No, I'm trying to get you to tell me the truth.
There's nothing to tell you. There is nothing to tell you. Nothing. Other than what I've told you.
What you told me is lies.
No, they're not. I don't know what else to say. Like I said,
help me find Kathy and bring her home.
I don't know where Kathy's at, Rosie.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. No, I don't. Like I said, where would I have taken her?
Or did you dump her?
Whatever. I didn't take her anywhere. I didn't dump her anywhere. You said you've been following me with the phone or whatever it was you did.
I went on that phone from that day. I can't follow you now on the phone. I did it from that day to see what happened on that day. Your phone, her phone, and the other two guys' phones. And her phone was with you up till the 13th. And she was gone. At your house.
I don't know, Rosie. There's nothing else that I can tell you. I don't know where she's at. I didn't dump her nowhere, and like I keep telling you, nothing happened between me and her, and I didn't do anything to her.
So you expect me to believe that she just walked out on her own and never came back?
I don't know, Rosie. She's been doing a lot of stuff lately that I don't know about.
All I found on her stuff is that she doesn't want to be with you anymore. That she wanted you out, and that you knew that you knew she was done with you.
She had been telling me that since before that day.
Yes.
I was just trying to work things out for the kids' sake.
She wasn't going to work it out. She was done with you. She was done with you stealing her money. She was done with you passing checks, not just one, but you did 2 at Tobacco Alley.
They didn't cash the other one.
It doesn't matter. You still took it. She knew about that. And the only reason he called her that evening, and then he called her that morning at 10 o'clock, and that's when she told you about that too. She said she was done.
Yeah, she called me when I was at work.
Mm-hmm.
But that was also, this stuff had been going on for a long time. Nobody's perfect. I ain't perfect. She's just like when we worked at the cookie store. That's how she got in trouble for the $30,000. She was skimming the register. She was always taking money.
We're not talking about her stealing.
I know that. I'm just saying. That's how I learned how to do that stuff. She did it. I wouldn't even see my paychecks. She would take my paychecks and forge my signature on them and deposit them. Just like my income tax check I was supposed to get. I never got that because she got it.
She was mad at you because you were stealing her money. You would pass. And when she disappeared, that's all you did. You went to all these different places.
I do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean
She said she was tired of it.
She didn't tell me that.
She told it to other people. And she told you she was done.
It doesn't mean I did anything to Kathy, Rosie. I didn't do anything to Kathy. I don't know where she's at. I didn't dump her body nowhere like you're saying. Just, I didn't do anything to her.
What do you think should happen to a person that did something like that to her?
They should have to pay.
Pay like how?
I don't know, to go to jail, go to prison.
What are you more scared of right now?
I'm not scared of anything. I didn't do anything. I don't have anything to hide. Why would I be scared?
Because something happened to Kathy and you did it.
No. Didn't do anything.
Well, this is the opportunity that I'm giving you right now to get it cleared and let it work out in your favor because you're being honest and coming forward. And if you're not going to willing to take that, then it's just going to make you look like you did this all on your own and did it purposely.
How does that make anybody look like that?
Because it's what it is.
You just want me to tell you something I didn't do so that you can be, all right, bam, we got him to tell us. But then you're sitting there telling me that if I don't tell you, it's going to make me look bad?
Of course it does.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Because all it's showing is that you're not willing to come forward and take care of your business and be clean about it.
I'm not being clean because I didn't do anything. I don't have anything to be honest about Kathy. I didn't do anything to her.
You have nothing to be honest about, Kathy?
As far as doing something to her, I didn't do anything to her. How am I going to tell you I did something to her when I didn't?
Because we all know you did.
I didn't do anything to her, Rosie.
She's not going to come back alive. She's not out there. And her dad's not hiding her. Her brother's not hiding her. She's not with those guys. They're not hiding her. And she's not going to leave her kids. Besides those two guys, I can't find anyone else that she's with.
I don't know, Rosie.
That blood that was in the truck, you can't explain that.
I can't explain it because I don't know about the blood in the truck. I don't know what to tell you, Rosie. I just know I didn't do what you're saying I did. You're going to sit here and stare at me all day?
I was saying, you're going to tell me.
I don't have anything to say. There's nothing to tell you. I keep telling you that. I keep telling you that. There's nothing for me to tell you.
So you're going to say that some random guy went in there in your house?
I'm not saying that either.
Okay.
I'm not saying that either. Kathy used to go for walks too. You know, there's anything that could have happened. It doesn't mean that I did it. You wanted me to tell you something that I didn't do.
Is there another explanation that I don't know about?
I don't know, Rosie. Y'all, I've been sitting around thinking about everything too. Like I say, me and Kat didn't fight like that. And man, since I've been sober, you know, off of alcohol and dope,
being sober off of that, you're not sober. Because if you were sober, you wouldn't be doing painkillers.
I understand that. I'm talking about, I said alcohol and dope. I said
dope
alcohol
is also
and dope.
pain pills.
So you keep topping something off with something else, and this is stupid. I didn't do anything to my wife, Rosie.
I'm going to step out for a little bit and I'll be right back.
Yeah, round 2.